So good morning, everyone. Welcome to class. It's nice to have you. So just finding a nice, comfortable seat where you can be still and tall. And I have a pillow underneath me. And sometimes you could sit on a block. You have a block or a book or anything else that might be appropriate. Good, so nice, tall spine. Bringing the hands into the heart, Anjali Mudra. And just letting your head tilt forward a little bit, just bringing introspection, looking into your heart. With gratitude, we salute all the great yoga masters, past and present. A special prayer of thanksgiving for Baba Hari Das. With joy, we recognize the excellent wisdom teachings of yoga. And with vigor, we dedicate ourselves to self-transforming practice. What do you need today for self-transformation? Noticing the thoughts that come into the mind, prioritizing them and creating a positive sentence as if it were already happening, and repeating it to yourself 3 times. And then tucking that thought down into your heart space. We'll bring it back at the end of class. I'm going to chant 1 Om to start. Please join with me. That vibration can help you unite us all in this ether, in this space, in this Akash. So just bringing yourself into the space fully. I'll cut out because I've got noise removal on, so don't worry about my Om. Worry about your Om. Exhaling the breath out and a nice big inhale to start. Just noticing the vibration in the body. The mind recognizes that. And then gently, just letting your hands come down to your legs, fluttering your eyes open if you don't want to have them open. Right. Today, we're going to work a little bit on the tension that we build in our upper body, in our shoulders and our neck, in that whole area. So just for a moment, just take a quick survey of how you are. Where are your shoulders? Are they up? Are they down? How are they feeling? How's your neck feeling today? Good. Oh, okie doke. And so now a nice tall spine again. Maybe switch the legs that we started with. Just put the other leg in front just to give it a little bit of opening on the other hip. Good. And then let's work a little bit just in this head area. And think for a moment, those of you who've studied with me know Udana Vayu, that upward flow, that anything that's coming up and out. So speaking, singing, eating, vomiting, you can get the opposite of eating, vomiting, anything that's coming out, right? So all of that is in this area. And sometimes this area is very blocked. So we're going to work with that, okay? So initially, just tilt your head very gently over to the left side. Just a little tilt over to the left. And then instead of using your neck muscles to bring you back, you're going to take your left hand, put it right above your ear, and press your head back into neutral. Good. Then we're going to do the same thing over to the right side. Just gently, ear toward the shoulder. Keep your face looking forward. Don't let it slide down. And then very gently, now with your right hand, just press it back up. Good. And then gently turning your head toward the left. See what you can see on the wall behind you. And then gently bring it back to neutral. And now to the right, keep your shoulders stable, just using your neck, your atlas, your axis, and your neck vertebra, the cervical spine. One side, you maybe can get a lot further than the other. That's often the case for most of us. Again, looking behind you and seeing what you see. Good, and then coming back into the center. It's coming now back into the center. Good, and now we're going to go again over to the left, just the ear toward the shoulder. And then reach out with your right arm, just reaching out. Good, reach, reach, reach. And then with your left arm, you're going to reach out, but bend your elbow and put just a little bit of pressure on your head. Just a little. Good. And then just slide your hand over to the other side of your head. Bring it back up. And then just relax your other arm. Good. And release. Good. And then now to the other side. Nice and slowly. Lift. Oh, sorry. Went to the wrong side. Lifting. Good. And then arm out to the side, the opposite arm in the direction you're going. And then taking again your right hand and just a little bit of extra pressure as you reach, reach, reach to the left. Good. And then release. Bring your hand to the other side and press it back up. And then release your left arm. Good. And just one more time. This time we're headed up, just looking again over the shoulder, over the left shoulder. And then peek a look at me for a second. Sorry about that. And just look at me. I'm going to take my hand and just go a little bit further, just where it's comfortable, not too much. I can even let go once I'm there. Just pressing it in a little bit further. See what you see behind you. Just notice what's behind you. And then come back into neutral. Good. And then the other side, it's taking it over to the side. And then again, with your right hand, just press a little tiny bit more. No pain, no resistance. There'll be a little bit of resistance, but it'll comfortably. And look behind you, see what you see. And then gently bring your head back into neutral. Good. And now without anything, go just again and look to see what you can see without any hands or anything. Hopefully you can see a lot more than you did initially. Come back into neutral. So just your head, patting not your shoulder. Keep just your head. Keep your shoulders stable. Good. And then head to the other side. And see what you can see. Hopefully the muscles relax a little and can go a little bit further because they have a different view on safety in the region. Good. And then come back into the center. And now the chin, tucking in toward the chest. Back of the neck long, really, really long. Just breathing gently. And then take your hand, whichever one, put it on your forehead and press your head back up. Good. And now the opposite direction, we're going to go back. The neck lengthens. Don't let your head go. So only as far as is comfortable. And then I like to do this with both hands. So we're just going to place them behind our ears. And then gently bring our head back into neutral. Good. Excellent. Now let's work just with our left shoulder. I can circle with the left shoulder. Okay. And then let's switch directions, going in the opposite direction. Okay. Excellent. And then letting the left shoulder just relax a moment. And then the right shoulder, let's begin. Nice big circles, really slowly. And then let's go in the opposite direction. Good. And then just rest both shoulders for a moment. Just trying to just relax them. And then we're going to take our shoulders back. So move your elbows and your hands back. Elbows are moving back, elbows. So your shoulder blades can almost kiss in the back. Good. And then release them gently. And 2 more times we're going to do that. So reach them back. Just imagining that the scapula are just sort of kissing in the very back, just touching, barely touching. And then release it slowly and softly. And then back again, one more time. Reaching back, feel the sternum very present. And then coming back. Good. And now let's take the shoulders toward the sternum. Just reaching the shoulders in. They'll come up and in, and then relax them back and down. Don't drop them, use control. Bring them up and in, really squeeze them in. And then take them back, don't just drop them, take them back with control. Good. 2 more. Really in and back. Nice. One last time. Really in and back. Good. And then now both shoulders together. We're going to go up, forward, back, and down. Up, forward, back, and down. Up, forward, back, and down. Last one. Up, forward, back, and down. And let's go back. So back, up, forward, down, back, up, forward, down, back, up, forward, down, back, up, forward, down. Good. And then just release your shoulders for a moment. See how they feel. And then we're going to go back to kiss. And I'm going to let my elbows sort of guide this. I'm going to go back to kiss. And I'm going to go into the front. Elbows are going to sort of cross. And back to kiss. And use the opposite arm on top. Into the front. Back to kiss. And into the front. One more time. Back to kiss. And into the front. Good. And then just relax in your shoulders for a moment. Let's change one more time the cross of our legs. Or let's just take our legs in Vajrasana for a minute, because that'll be just fine. So just making a nice big diamond, putting the soles of the feet together. Just nice and big for a moment. So just imagine we're one of those lamps where this is the heavy part out there, and then this is the lamp going up toward the ceiling. So we're just twisting a little over to the side. And coming back. And then twisting a little over to the side. So nothing in the pelvis is moving. And coming back. Twist again. And coming back. And twist again. And coming back. Good. And then just let's extend the legs out for a moment. Heels are separate. Big toe knuckles are touching. Knees are toward the ceiling. Good. And with this for a moment, just putting your arms right out in front of you, palms facing forward. Good. And then you're going to twist a little, just keeping your arms so you can really sort of gauge how you're going. This one I can hit a wall, so I won't go there. And then come back. So don't let your arm move. Just let your arm stay where it is, and it'll kind of gauge how much you're twisting in your torso. And coming back, your knees can be gently bent. And one more time. Coming forward and back. Good. And then release that arm. And then both arms can come. I can't do it because of the wall. So I'm just doing it with one arm. Coming, finding your twist and coming back. So twisting. So just going as much as you can, keeping your shoulder open. And back. Okay, open. Good. And back. And one last time. Open. And back. Good. And just releasing. Great. Okay, let's come over to all fours for just a second, because I want us to go into some standing poses and see how we really work with our neck in a lot of the poses that we do. Okay, so just doing some cat pose, cat cow, to just wake up the spine for a moment. So just exhaling and inhaling in whichever direction feels most comfortable. So you have the most power wherever you need it most on your exhale breath. You can add your feet if you'd like, pressing the toes, pressing the top of the foot into the floor, and then curling the toes under on the next movement. Also coordinating in whichever way feels most stable. Good. And then finding a neutral pose for a moment. Just finding yourself in neutral. I want us to really have broad shoulders as we go up into mountain pose, often called down facing dog. So we're just gonna, I'm reaching my little fingers off the mat so that I have a little bit more space in my neck than I might have. So getting really stable. Let's curl the toes under, keep the knees deeply bent. You're welcome to look for a moment before you go up. So I'm going to keep the knees deeply bent, looking for a diagonal line from my fingers up to my hips. And my neck and my shoulders are the focus. So coming on up, as long as you're inverting. Good. And then looking forward, just bringing your whole body forward for a moment. Wiggle your feet back to a nice long plank for just a moment. And then let's pike our hips up and come into standing. Start at ragdoll. Letting your upper back round. And then let's bring the hands to right above the top of the thighs. Glue your elbows to the back. And then begin to look forward. We're going to slip your chair very briefly. Just reaching your arms out as if you're going to have a seat in a chair. Good. Keep those knees even with your feet. And then let's come up to standing. Good. So let's think for a minute about the warrior series and how we involve our neck in that series and how it can really affect the whole area of this part of the body. So let's take a nice wide stance. Good. And then we're going to first externally, so put your hands on your asses bones, that anterior superior iliac spine. Put your hands there. And notice that they're facing forward in a moment. And then you're going to either pivot on your heel or lift your heel and pivot on the ball of your foot. It just depends what you need on that right side of your body. And then press into the outside of your left leg. Good. Bend your knee. Excellent. And let's just leave our arms down for a moment. Let's think just about the neck and the shoulders. So the first thing we do is look out to the right side. Good. Feel the pressure at the neck. This is also really good for your thyroid. And now your shoulders should be relaxed as our arms are relaxed. Let's see if you can keep your shoulders down where they are and gently, like a ballerina, begin to raise your arms. looking out over your finger, middle finger of the right hand. And then let's lift our chin up a little and take it looking over the left arm. There's a little squeeze into the whole area of the throat. Good. And then we're going to flip the palms facing upward, straighten the leg, and bring the arms up overhead. Bring the gaze slowly back to center. Good. And then let's lean a little bit, just until we get a diagonal line from the crown of our head down to that left heel, right? Just a little crown, little thing here. You can put your hands on the top of your head for just a moment. Good. And really open your heart in your elbows. Excellent. So this is a little vision of triangle. You see that if I drop my arm, I have my important triangle right here. Okay, but what I'm going to do instead is take my hands off my head, but keep my hands there, but not touching and then looking down. Just looking at your foot. Good. And then looking forward. And then slowly looking up toward your hand. And now looking forward and bending. Good. And just relax that arm. So we're headed into side angle. I'm up a little bit right now, like a warrior two, but I'm going to head into side angle. But we're also going to really focus what we do with the neck in that pose. Remember, your teachers are always saying, your neck, you can look down, you can look forward, you can look up. We want to notice the differences that happen in the throat area. So coming on down. So again, we have a long line of energy. Up here, we had a long line of energy, and down here with the leg bent. This arm can be wherever supported with you. Good. And I'm just going to keep my hand above my head so that when I am looking up, I can tell where I am. I'm going to look down first. Look down at my foot. Try to move just the head and the neck. And then let's look forward. Lift your chin a little, and then look up. And look back to the center. Good. And then come back through warrior two briefly. Let's look out to the side. And then straighten the leg and come back into neutral and release. Okay, same thing on the left side. So externally rotating. Make sure that your right heel is out enough to really support your torso. Good. Hands on your as-is bones again. And then gently bending the knee. Good. Press into the outside of your right foot so that you're really stable in your pelvis. Good. And then relax your arms. Just relax them. Good. And then again, like a ballerina, just begin to open nice and slowly. Good. So the forearms are pronated, just looking down. And then keeping your body nice and tall, you're going to gaze out over your finger. Good. And then lift your chin a little, and then bring it over to the other shoulder. Gazing out over your right middle finger. Again, lift the chin a little bit, and then come back into neutral. We'll have this tendency to really tuck our chin, and that makes the twisting in that area so challenging. And then we're gonna, straighten our leg and come forward and find that long line of energy, right? And then you can keep your hands here just to give you a guide. And the reason I say keep your hands here is because sometimes we'll start to go forward. We want to just keep our torso open. Good. And then very slowly, just with the neck, begin to gaze down towards your foot. Lift the chin a little. Come back through neutral. And then gazing up gently at your hand. And coming back gently to center. Good. And then you can just release your arms. We're going to bend the knee. Now we're looking again for that side angle. So just that diagonal line, crown of the head, all the way back. Good. We can take the arm up. Just put the hand right over your head. Really open your head, chest, and your shoulders. So there's no collapsing, nothing toward the floor. Really open. Good. Beautiful. Excellent. Okay. And then gently lift your neck a little, just so you're sure you've got some nice length in your neck. And then look down at your toes. Don't dump your weight into your left arm. Make sure the chin is lifted as you come back through neutral, and then take it up to look at your hand. And then bring it back through neutral. Good. And then let's come up through warrior two. Good. Gazing out one more time over your middle finger. One last time, lift the chin, come back over your right shoulder. Good. And then let's straighten the leg. Take the arms up overhead just to come out of it. Rotate. And then let's head forward into a four-legged ghost pose. Just gently. You can use a block right here. You can also just press your hands into your legs. Just getting long in the spine. And you can hands to the floor or block or legs, wherever's comfortable. Good. And then just again with our head, keep the neck long and looking out to the left. Coming back through the center. Looking out to the right. Come back into the center. Look left one more time. Come back into the center. And look right one more time. And back into the center. And then just let your head be heavy like a bowling ball. You can say no, you can say yes. You can make little tiny circles like you had a pencil at the crown of your head and drawing a circle about the size of a nickel or a dime. If you're doing that, go in the opposite direction. Good. And then just gazing forward. Excellent. And heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Until you can come into a comfy squat. So I'm in a nice wide-legged squat. If your knees are bothering you, staying up like this is perfectly fine. Good. And then think about for a moment just balancing. Often this is called a toe balance. I'd like to think of this ball of balance. Just thinking if you can balance. And then gently bringing your spine a little bit more erect. You can take your hands into Anjali if you'd like. All right. And then we're going to place our hands down because we're going to find a seat. So come down nice and slowly. And reach out through your feet for a moment, through your legs, nice long legs. Good. Shoulders soft, so you can relax your shoulders and your neck. Do a little head wobble, and then a little just shoulder movement. Good. And then let's lift up the right knee, just lift it up, bring it in, and take it over the leg. So just finding that external rotation for just a moment. Good. And then we're going to gently, just with that, keeps everything stable where it is. Nothing's going to move from the hips down. We're going to just gently twist over to the right. Bring your chin back over your sternum. Just bring it over your sternum. Continue to twist with your torso to the right. And then finally, let your chin come out over your shoulder. And then arch the chin up a little and over your left shoulder. Good. And then bring your chin back over your sternum, just right over your sternum, wherever it is. And then unleash the twist and just twist a little to the other side. And then this leg that we externally rotated, we're going to bring it up for our Ardha Matsyendrasana. Good. And you can always put the foot right here, whichever is most comfortable for you. Good. Really engage the leg on the floor. And again, but this time I want you to take your arm right up, the right arm right up, and then take it behind you without twisting. So just push it behind you, reaching toward the floor. Good. Walk it over a little bit close to your spine. Walk the arm a little bit closer to your spine. Selena's cat is not letting her have her pose. Okay. Lift up through the torso and keep the chin over the sternum as we use the right shoulder to open us into the twist. So the shoulder is going to open us. Once we're there, wherever we are, we're going to let the chin drift out over the shoulder. And then arc it up a little and bring it over the left shoulder. Good. And then gently releasing that twist. Just a little bit of movement to the other side. Then extend that leg back out. And now we're going to take the left leg, bring it in. Some external rotation. Really engage your right foot along the floor. So wherever this leg feels good, just in that rotation. And you know how in Ardha Matsyendrasana we're twisting generally toward the leg. You can always twist away. This gives us a little bit more stability when we go to the leg. So let's lift. And this shoulder, we're going to bring it up and back behind us. No twisting yet. Just back behind. And then press into that arm and hand and shoulder and let that guide you in your twist. Good. Excellent. Start with your chin over your sternum so that you really know what you're doing with your torso and what your atlas axis is doing in your neck. And then chin drifting out over your left shoulder. Keep opening the shoulder. Pelvis hasn't moved. And then lift the chin a little and arc it over your right shoulder. Good. And then just release it. Excellent. And now placing that foot wherever it's most comfortable, either side, to do one more time, a little twist. Ardha Matsyendrasana, half Lord of the Fishes. Good. Again, arm up, behind us, really keeping us stable, and twisting. Keep the chin initially over your sternum so you really know what your neck is doing as opposed to what your whole spine is doing in the thoracic area. And then when you're there, your chin can drift out. Really press into the feet, really let the feet be strong, guiding you. And then lift your chin a little and take it over the right shoulder. So shoulders and neck, getting compression, getting extension, moving the lymph, and massaging the organs. And then release, and a little bit of hula over to the other side. Good. And then come back into the center. Press out through your legs for just a moment. Good. And then just a nice Upa Vista, Konasana, a nice wide-legged, for a moment, wide-legged stance. Back though. Good. And then I want us to think about this pose for a moment. So we're going to tuck in our right heel. We're still facing forward. We're still facing forward. And for us to do Janu Shirshasana, it's going to require us to like a little twist over here. So compression in the tummy. But it's Janu Shira. A Shira is here. Okay. So it's not shin to head pose, it's knee to head pose. So we're going to curl and put a lot of compression at the neck and the thyroid. The crown of the head toward the knee toward the crown of the head. The thoracic spine is rounding, it loves to round. And the chin is tucking into the chest. And then gently begin to peel the chin off, looking out past your knee to your shin, to your foot, and then using your hands and arms, press up. Good. And then release your twist. Come back into the center. Good. And then we're going to release that leg, bring in the left heel. Let's tuck it into the groin. And then we have to have that little bit of a lift and twist out toward the right side. Good. And then gently, I'm going to begin to pull my belly to the side, pull my belly to my spine, pull my belly and tuck my chin into my chest, letting my whole thoracic round so that the crown of the head, Shira of Shirshasana, is headed to Janu, the knee. This is not only good for the thyroid, your liver, your kidneys, everything is getting a stretch on one side and compression on the other. Your spleen. And then gently begin to look at your knee. Move your head and look at your shin. Look at your foot. And then using your hands and arms, gently bring yourself back up to neutral. And then untwist. Good. And then again, Upavista. So both legs out for just a moment. And then again, soles of the feet together. Nice big diamond, really big diamond. Good. And then we're going to make our diamond a little smaller. You can do it. I've had to pull my hips forward. You can pull your hips forward, your legs, whichever's best for you. Good. And then hold your legs so that you can back off a little. So wherever you are, hold your legs, back off a little. Just lift and put some weight in your arms. So holding your legs up a little. Good. And then just a little gaze out toward the side and seeing if you can see what you saw at the beginning of class, maybe even a little bit more. Come back into neutral, nice and slow. Slow is key. Good. And then the lid, I'm holding on my legs, so I know my pelvis can't move if I'm holding my legs. Going to the other direction. And just see if you broadened your gaze, your vision, to mostly the muscles and tendons in your neck. Good. And then come back into neutral. And just one last pose. it's gonna be Shira Padasana, so we have our feet there. We're again, pull the belly in, belly in, belly in, chin tucking, chin tucking, chin tucking. And just imagining the circle of energy from my head to the arches of my feet. Pull the belly to the spine, really pull the belly to the spine, tuck the chin into the chest, rounding. And then make sure your hands are firmly on the floor. Begin to peel the chin off the chest, looking towards your feet. Begin to look out past your feet. And then bring your hands inside the diamond. And then use your arms to come all the way back up. Good. And now we're going to go down to the floor, nice and slowly. And once you're there, you can stretch out your legs. Okay. So this is the time for our inversion, just kind of moving things out of the way. If you're not inverting, you have glaucoma, any eye pressure problems, if you're on heavy days of your menstrual cycle, no inversions. If you're on your menstrual cycle, period, no inversions. Okay. So the inversion that most of you know that I love and recommend is just the Parikrani Mudra. You can do it without a block. You can do it with just holding your hips in your hands, or you can do it with a block. And if you're not inverting today, then I'm going to recommend you keep your bottom right where it is on the ground. Just draw your knees in towards your chest. Reach away so you get nice and long in the torso. Rest your hands on your ribs and just lift your legs. So this is also good for moving the lymph, but it's not a full inversion. Your hips are on the floor. A full inversion is when Muladhara chakra, which is right below your pelvic floor, is higher up than Vishuddha chakra, which is in your neck, at the back of your neck, and the spine. So wherever you are, trying to just relax into the pose and let the pose do its cleaning of the lymph, draining on a physical level, bringing things back into the subclavian vein. And on a subtle level, recalibrating all of the prana bodies. And then slowly bending your knees. You can come out of your inversion however you'd like. Just gently, if you're with me, just putting your feet firmly on the floor. And then lift your hips, shake them out a little bit. Place them back down and then extend the legs all the way out. Hands always below the heart, shoulder blades tucked underneath you. Looking for Shavasana, which is corpse pose. So just taking the time to set yourself up so that you can enjoy just a few moments of complete relaxation. Let your body be heavy. Slowly bringing your awareness into your breath, finding it in your belly or your chest, and just letting it expand a little bit. Begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers. And then consider a nice big overhead stretch. Point your toes, reach your arms up as high as they can go. Lift and reach. Tense the body for a moment and then relax it completely. Let's bend our knees and put our feet firmly on the ground. Lift the hips up a little, give them a little shake. Just take them over to one side, away from me, and then drop your knees to the opposite side, curling up in embryo pose. And then taking the hand of the upper arm and place it right in front of your face. So the first thing you're going to do is with your gaze, look at that hand. And then keeping your chin tucked into your chest, begin to press the floor away, pushing yourself up, up, up. The very last thing to come up is your head. It just goes right on top of the top. So we're going to do just a little bit of pranayama. And we're going to do, Babaji gave us the Swasayam Kriyas. They're in the book, The Primer. And we're going to do the first 3 Kriyas just to sort of slide us right into our brief meditation. Okay? So each Kriya is just a regular breath. It can be belly or chest, I'll recommend. And it's just the first 3. We're going to do these 3 Kriyas and then just slide right in. So before we do the Kriya, bring your object of meditation, your concentration object, into your mind. If you don't have one, think of maybe clouds drifting across the sky. So just finding your object and hold it for a second. And then it can go up or doing this. We're going to do each Kriya 5 times. If you finish early, just wait. If you haven't finished, I'll recap and we'll do it again. So nice tall spine. Kriya just means action. So the first Kriya, we're going to inhale slowly, gently, and deeply into the chest, through the nose. We're going to exhale slowly, gently, and deeply, also through the nose. Chest breath, inhale nose, exhale nose. We'll do this 5 times. Let's begin. Kriya 2. Inhale into the chest, slowly, gently, and deeply, through both nostrils. The abdomen pulls in. Exhale slowly and gently through a partially open mouth. Belly breath. Inhale nose. Exhale mouth. We'll do this 5 times. Let's begin. Breath 3. Inhaling into the belly through a partially open mouth. The belly expands out. Exhale slowly and gently through the nose. So belly breath, inhale, mouth, exhale, nose. We'll do this 5 times. Let's be. Letting the control of the breath go. Finding your object, bringing it dear to you. Holding it like a newborn baby, gently, firmly. Keeping it in the forefront of your mind. Interesting. Slowly and gently releasing your object of concentration. letting it go, and noticing what thoughts fill your mind in its place. Bringing the hands into the heart, Anjali Mudra. Remembering your intention. And again, repeating it to yourself 3 times. Any merit we may have earned this morning in our diligent practice of yoga, we lift it up to the welfare of all sentient beings. So taking your intention, any extra prayers or petitions that you might want to make, bring them fully into your mind. And then symbolically, letting these thoughts drop from our mind down into our heart space, and from our heart space right out into the palms of our hands. And just lift up and let go. Just let go. Bringing the hands back into the heart. Hari Om Tat Sat. Namaste.